So it is 10 a.m. and today we are packing everything, as you can see, and we are going to a city called Gdansk. And so we're going to be packing for another 15, 20 minutes, and then we're going to be catching a train to Gdansk. I think the ride is going to be something like 6 hours, if I'm not mistaken, somewhere around there. And Moise is here. She is a little concerned because she does not like to be moved around. She's a homebody. She likes to stay at home. But thankfully, we bought her this nice new carrying box here, a carrying crate. And this is a big improvement over the smaller one here. So hopefully she's gonna be content and she won't be as angry at us as before. Right, Moise? Are you ready to travel? Are you ready to travel, little girl? Are you ready? She's a little nervous, but she's ready to go. She's also a refugee here, this beautiful girl. So it is now 10:35 a.m. and we have just finished packing everything. Look how bulging it is. It's pretty much at its limit here. Everything is done. We just gotta take this with us in the bag to like carry on luggage here. Everything is set up. The Airbnb is in perfect condition as how we found it. Really, really nice Airbnb. Really nice remodeling they done. Really happy with it. And so now we are gonna finish packing here and call a cab to take us to the main central station to go to Gdansk. So in Eastern Europe, at least in our culture, we have a tradition whenever we go on a trip, and this is a long trip, another city, another country, kind of far away. We like to sit down before for maybe 10 seconds, 15 seconds. This is kind of a tradition we have, so we're gonna do that now. So we're here at the central railway station, and we're gonna try to get a ticket to Warsaw, to Warsaw. And the lines are insane here. Hopefully there's still gonna be some seats for us for any kind of train to Warsaw. And from then we can have a connection to Gdansk. I think it's gonna be easier because I think everybody wants to go to Warsaw. This is the train we want. We want this one to Warsaw, leaving at 12:17. And it's gonna take 2 hours, and then from Warsaw, we can kind of figure things out. You know, we can hitchhike, take a bus, walk to Gdansk. I think the challenge is gonna be here to Warsaw. So hopefully they have some tickets over there, so we're very close. Card. Okay, so we did get tickets here. So it says here Lublin to Warsaw, to Warsaw, and then we have another one, a Lublin to Gdansk. And so the way this works is that if you have Ukrainian passport, it's free. It's free in Poland, it's free in a bunch of other countries, depending on the country. So that's great. So Marina, with her Ukrainian passport, got a free ticket, but I am, with my American passport, I didn't get a free ticket. So that's the situation. That's how it is. But that's really cool that Poland and other countries are doing this. So our train leaves at 12:19. Right now it's 11:09. So we have to chill for about an hour here and just relax. We got little Moise here, and she hates traveling. Even in this big crate here, she just hates traveling. So as you can see, she's going crazy over there. But there's no other option. This is kind of what we gotta do. She needs to just be patient and endure this stress that traveling does to her. Another interesting thing is that pretty much nobody is wearing masks, as you can see. And that's kind of been the situation here in Poland. I don't know if it's local to Poland or if there's some kind of other rules here in Poland. Or maybe it's because once the war broke out, there's a lot more focus on on that instead of on Corona. Alright, this looks like my seat, 47 and 41 over there. So one of these is mine. Alright, so here we are, finally seated. We got the baggage up on top, finally fit. It was very, very bulky, had to take something out. But the train looks really cool. This is intercity, kind of a speed train, one of the kind of the nicer trains. And yeah, we are ready. It's 11:59. I believe we're gonna be leaving in about 20 minutes or so. And it's gonna be around a 2-hour ride to the capital of Warsaw. And we are off, leaving Lublin and going towards Warsaw. So we are getting very, very close to Warsaw. I think we have about 20-30 minutes left or something like that. As you can see, we're in the suburbs already. And then we have to go all the way to this point, that green flag, which is Gdansk. So from Lublin, which is here, to Warsaw is relatively short distance. But all the way to the sea, it's a much longer distance. And now we are somewhere very, very close to Warsaw. Well, we are in Warsaw now, but we have a little bit more, and then we're going to be stopping somewhere in one of the central stations there. So it should be another couple of minutes or so before we arrive. Alright, so we just arrived at Warsaw Central, and we need to figure out where do we go for our connecting train to Gdansk. And we have about 25-30 minutes connection time at the same station. And this is not, I think, not the central station. This is Warsaw something else, or maybe this is the central station, I'm not too sure. But in any case, we have about half an hour break before our next train. And this is our train right here, 1443, Gdansk 4th. Да, да, 4-й, вроде да. So I just got on the train here to Gdansk, and it's gonna be like a 4-hour ride. Check out that graffiti in the background. That's pretty interesting. Look at all that graffiti. So we got our ingredients to make a couple of sandwiches. We got cheese. We got some sausage, pepperoni. We're gonna be making a couple of sandwiches, and we're gonna be eating here because we don't have any trays or anything like that. So it's like old school style, you know. This is the sandwich I got right here: fresh Polish bread, awesome Polish cheese, and a Polish sausage, pepperoni, whatever you want to call it. So bon appetit to everybody. So it is 5 p.m. and we are a little bit more than halfway. I would say we are about 2/3 of the way. This is Warsaw. This is where we are now, and this is our future home. So it's yeah, it's getting close. I think another hour, and we are gonna be exploring a brand new city. All right, approaching the station now, the Gdansk. Like 10 minutes should be arriving. Alright, so we arrived to the beautiful city of Gdansk, Central Station. Alright, so we just got out of the Central Station here in Gdansk. It is dark, but clear skies. And it's supposed to be sunny, it's supposed to be fairly good weather, which is great news. So right now we are probably gonna walk to our apartment. It's only like 15-20 minutes away in the center. Okay, so here's the apartment. We got kitchen here. This is the kitchen. We got an electric stove. We have a table here. We have a couch, a small TV, and a view of the center. This is like right in the center. And we have kind of a small bedroom right here. This is the small bedroom here. Kind of small, a little bit smaller than I expected. But that's kind of what we're dealing with at this point in time. This is kind of what we have. So we will see. We let Mosia out finally. She was crying the whole time. Mosinka. And she's going for the door right away. She wants to go somewhere else. Nah, she's just checking it out. She's talking to us. And here's the bathroom. We have the washing machine, which we didn't have before. We have this, we have that. So it's, you know, it's got everything that you need. It's very, very cool. And so that is kind of what we have so far. I think it looked a little bit better in the pictures. You know, the pictures were taken in better light. But this is a lot bigger than the previous place. It's got a separate room for sleeping. It's got a couch, which is a big plus. And it's cheaper than the previous place because it seems that you can get more deals here in this city, in Gdansk, than in Lublin. I think there's just more less inventory or more refugees there, more foreigners. I don't know what the deal is, but there were a lot more options here in Gdansk. And walking around so far, it's night obviously, but it looks so cool. It kind of reminds me a little bit of Copenhagen. I lived in Copenhagen for a bit, and it kind of reminds me a little bit of Copenhagen, this kind of northerly feel, this northern architecture, really, really great. And so it is 6:49 p.m. It does feel later than that. It feels like 10 p.m. because it's been a long ride. So we're gonna call it a day. We're gonna maybe eat some leftovers from our lunch, or maybe go out and buy something.
20 minutes later.
And so I'm kind of settling in. I feel more comfortable. I think this is going to be a great apartment for a week or two, depending on our plans.